It may sound innocent, but the handful of nuts you reach for each day could be doing more harm than good, especially after 65. See, some of the most common nuts, yes, the ones labeled heart healthy or high protein, are silently increasing inflammation, raising blood pressure, blocking arteries, and even accelerating memory decline. What's worse, one nut in particular, one you probably have in your kitchen right now, has been linked to liver toxicity, kidney stress, and long-term cognitive damage. And most people eat it thinking they're doing their body a favor. But this isn't a scare tactic. It's backed by years of research, peer-reviewed, long-term studies most seniors have never even heard of. That's why this video may be one of the most important things you ever watch. Because inside, you'll discover the 4 nuts that can truly support your bones, your brain, and your blood vessels as you age, and the 4 that might be silently stealing years from your life. And stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal the #1 most dangerous nut for seniors, one almost no one talks about, but many eat daily without knowing the risk. If you're serious about staying strong, mentally sharp, and independent in your later years, this guide may change how you snack forever. So take a breath, lock in, and let's uncover the truth before another bite does more harm than good. First, almonds. After 65, your bones quietly begin losing strength, and without warning, one simple misstep could lead to a fracture that changes everything. But nature has provided a powerful protector: almonds. More than just a snack, almonds are loaded with calcium to strengthen bone density, and magnesium, which acts like a mineral chauffeur, ensuring calcium doesn't end up in your arteries but is delivered straight to your bones. This dynamic duo reduces your risk of fractures while also lowering LDL cholesterol and protecting the heart, vital as cardiovascular risk climbs with age. But there's more. Almond skins hold flavonoids that amplify vitamin E's antioxidant power, creating a brain-boosting effect that guards against cognitive decline. And if you're part of the 40% of seniors struggling with digestion, almonds' fiber content brings real lasting relief. Aim for 15 to 20 raw, unsalted almonds a day. And for those with difficulty chewing, soaking or blending them can make them safer and easier to enjoy. A handful a day isn't just nutrition. It's silent armor for your bones, heart, and mind. 2. Walnuts. They look like the brain for a reason, because walnuts are nature's blueprint for mental longevity. And after 65, your brain is in a silent race against time. What makes walnuts unstoppable? They're the top nut source of plant-based omega-3s, the very fuel that keeps neurons firing and brain membranes flexible. Just a small handful a day can sharpen memory, enhance focus, and accelerate cognitive reaction time. But that's only the beginning. Walnuts are loaded with polyphenols, powerful compounds that can cross the blood-brain barrier and soothe inflammation in aging neural tissue, potentially slowing or even preventing conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's. And get this, walnuts contain melatonin, the same sleep-regulating hormone that declines with age. A few before bed? Better sleep. Deeper rest. A sharper mind by morning. They also lower blood pressure, improve artery function, and strengthen cardiovascular resilience, all while guarding your brain. Store walnuts in the fridge to preserve their delicate oils. Eat 7 to 9 halves daily, raw and unsalted. And yes, cracking them by hand? Great for maintaining fine motor skills. These aren't just snacks, they're brain armor, wrapped in a shell. 3. Pistachios. Don't let their small size fool you. Pistachios are quietly one of the most powerful allies an aging body can have, especially when it comes to blood pressure control, vision preservation, and arterial protection. These green gems are naturally low in sodium and rich in potassium, a mineral that directly supports healthy blood pressure by flushing out excess salt and relaxing blood vessel walls. For seniors, that's no small benefit. Just 1 ounce a day has been shown to lower systolic pressure, sometimes more effectively than prescription meds, but without the side effects. But pistachios don't stop there. They're loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 potent carotenoids that shield your eyes from oxidative damage and slow down age-related macular degeneration, the #1 cause of vision loss after 60. That vivid green and purple hue, it's not just pretty, it's power. And while other nuts risk cracking teeth or stressing gums, pistachios offer a satisfying crunch without the dental danger, making them ideal for seniors with sensitive mouths or dental work. Here's where it gets even smarter. The act of shelling them slows down your eating. This mindful pacing curbs overeating and subtly stimulates focus and cognitive engagement, almost like meditation in motion. Choose unsalted, in-shell pistachios. Aim for about 49 nuts per day. That's all it takes to enjoy stable blood sugar, better vision, and smoother circulation. And yes, those empty shells, they visually remind your brain to stop, helping prevent binge snacking. Psychology meets biology. They don't just protect your body, they train your mind to protect itself. 4. Brazil nuts. They don't look like much, but Brazil nuts hold one of the most critical keys to aging well: thyroid support. Just one nut delivers more than your daily dose of selenium, the nutrient your thyroid depends on to regulate energy, metabolism, and mood. And the older we get, the more this becomes non-negotiable. Why does this matter? Because declining thyroid function often goes unnoticed, masked as normal fatigue, fog, or weight gain. Brazil nuts cut through the fog by giving your thyroid exactly what it needs to fire back up. But that's just the beginning. They also help preserve your myelin sheath, that protective layer around your nerves. This means sharper thinking, quicker reflexes, and stronger mental clarity, even into your 70s and 80s. Their natural oils ease digestion and reduce inflammation. And with a rich, creamy flavor, just one or two feels like a treat, not a task. But be warned, these nuts are potent. Stick to 1 or 2 a day. Any more is too much. Brazil nuts aren't flashy, but when it comes to silent strength, they're a game changer for senior vitality. 5. Peanuts. They're everywhere, in snack bowls, bars, pantries. But if you're over 65, peanuts aren't just misleading, they're dangerous. They're not real nuts. They're legumes, prone to aflatoxins, toxic molds that quietly damage the liver, brain, and immune system. And aging bodies, less equipped to detox them. Worse, peanuts can trigger hidden inflammation, even without an allergy. That means joint pain, brain fog, and accelerated aging without a single warning sign. Peanut butter? Most are loaded with hydrogenated oils, sugar, and salt, a fast track to high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and internal chaos. For seniors, peanuts are not harmless. They're hidden saboteurs dressed as health food. 6. Pecans. They taste rich, buttery, indulgent. But for seniors, pecans can quietly work against your health. With high fat, low fiber, and almost no protein, pecans offer energy without stability, the kind that spikes your blood sugar, then crashes it hard. And for older adults, that crash isn't harmless. It disrupts insulin, slows metabolism, and weakens cognition, creating the perfect storm for fatigue, belly fat, and mental fog. Most don't realize pecans are often roasted in inflammatory oils or coated in hidden sugars and salts. And that sweet, familiar flavor, it's a disguise, one that can ignite inflammation, stiffen arteries, and even worsen joint pain. If you're over 60 and fighting to stay sharp, strong, and steady, pecans can quietly undo your efforts, so trade them out. Your future deserves better fuel, and your body knows the difference. 7. Pine nuts. They seem fancy, gourmet, safe, but pine nuts can quietly hijack your body, especially after 65. They trigger pine mouth, a strange metallic aftertaste that lingers for days. In seniors, this leads to appetite loss, weight drop, and dangerous nutrient deficiencies. Worse, pine nuts contain enzyme inhibitors that block protein absorption, right when aging muscles need it most. Their delicate fats go rancid fast, flooding the body with inflammatory compounds that worsen arthritis, fatigue, and heart strain. And that slick, oily surface? A choking hazard for anyone with dry mouth or swallowing issues. But the real danger? Certain pine nut compounds can interfere with common meds, blood pressure drugs, antidepressants, even statins. For seniors, pine nuts aren't gourmet. They're a health trap in disguise. 8. Bitter almonds. They look innocent, just like sweet almonds, but inside, they carry a hidden killer. Bitter almonds contain amygdalin, a compound that turns into hydrogen cyanide once digested. Yes, cyanide, the same lethal toxin used in warfare, now quietly hiding in detox snacks and natural imports. For seniors over 65 with weakened detox systems and fragile organs, this isn't just a risk, it's a silent death spiral. Even small amounts can trigger headaches, breathlessness, organ strain, and slow, irreversible decline. The most disturbing part? Most can't tell the difference between sweet and bitter almonds until it's too late. Never eat raw almonds from unknown sources. Avoid anything labeled wild or detox. Stick to certified, dry-roasted sweet almonds only. This is the one we warned you about from the beginning. The masked killer in your cupboard. You see it. You've seen the truth. The nuts that build your strength and the ones that quietly break you down. At this age, every bite becomes either a medicine or a slow-acting poison. You don't have time for guesswork, only precision, only power. Now you know what to choose and what to avoid. Your body's future starts with what you feed it today. So, if this opened your eyes, subscribe now, because this is just the beginning. Drop a comment, share your story, or let us know what shocked you most. Like this video to let the algorithm know that truth matters. Because the right knowledge, shared at the right time, can rewrite your health for decades to come. We'll see you in the next one.